You know, we say that we want closeness with God, but closeness doesn't just happen by accident, right? In every real relationship, in every true love relationship, closeness comes from pursuit, right? And when you think about it, that's one of the most exciting parts, right? And the same is true for our Father in heaven. When we seek Him the way that we pursue someone that we love, everything changes, right? In earthly relationships, intimacy grows through that pursuit. We open our hearts, we share our secrets, we show vulnerability, we long to be near the one that we love, right? And we think about them constantly, and we make space for them where we might not have otherwise made space for someone else, right? We trust them with the deepest parts of who we are. John 17 verses 2 and 3 says, "As you have given him authority over all flesh, that he should give eternal life to as many as you have given him. This is eternal life, that they may know you." Not that they may know about you, but that they may know you relationally, personally, deeply, right? James 4:8 says, "Draw near to God and he will draw near to you." God responds to that pursuit, guys. He reveals himself to the heart that actually seeks him. So just like in a true love relationship, when you pursue God, you become more attentive to his voice, right? You hear him more clearly because your heart is turned toward him, right? You become vulnerable before him. You stop hiding. You stop performing. You stop um, trying to mask who you really are. You let him see the real you, right? Not that you could actually hide who you are, but you know what I mean. You develop that trust, right? You learn to leave things in his hands because you know his character. You desire closeness with him, and you long for his presence the way that lovers long for one another, right? And this is what healthy reverence looks like. Not a fear that pushes you away, but an awe that pulls you closer, right? And reverence is understanding God's majesty, his holiness, his power, and still choosing to run toward him because you trust his heart, right? Psalm 27:8 says, "When you said, 'Seek my face,' my heart said to you, 'Your face, Lord, I will seek.'" And that right there is the cry of someone in love, right? When you pursue God like this, with desire, with consistency, with openness, he doesn't just reveal things. You actually become attentive enough to actually just hear him, right? Your spirit becomes tuned into his whisper, and your heart becomes aligned with his will. Your life becomes shaped by his presence, right? So pursue him the way that you would pursue your greatest love, because he is, right? And when you seek him with your whole heart, you'll find him. And not because he was hiding, but because you finally slowed down enough to see him, to hear him, right? So here's something to think about. What would change in your relationship with God if you pursued him the same way, with the same intentionality and vulnerability and desire that you give to someone that you deeply love? Right? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing to experience and to see? Something to think about. Until next time, guys. God bless.